Hi, my name is Taylor Roddy, and I decided to do my change agent interview on a woman named Lisa Durso. She is a sixth grade teacher at a school in Far Rockaway in Queens. I decided to do Lisa because I spoke with some people in my family when I knew I had to do this assignment about what would be a good person, good change agent in the community that I could use for this. I didn't want to do something that I thought most other people would probably do. So, my uncle, who happens to be the principal at the school where Lisa works, said that she has been a very important part of their team there at the school, that she's the teacher that all the students love, the one who the parents love, the one who's done the most for the school. She sets up fundraisers. She spends money out of her own pocket for the students every year. She's spent personal time with students one on one when they need it in order to help them, either if it's academically or personally, whatever the case may be. She gets as close to them as she can to try to help them and make things better for them. So, when I spoke to Lisa, she said that she had been doing this job for about 30 years already, and ever since the first day on the job, her main goal has been to change the students' lives. And she said that she feels like in some ways she has accomplished that. In other ways, it can be hard in a school system because there's so many rules set in place on what you can and can't do. She said even for the curriculum, there's certain things that she wishes that she was able to teach the students, but that's not what's in the curriculum and she has to follow that. So some of the things that she wishes she could help with, she's not able to. But when it comes to what she can do, she's set up fundraisers by doing like bake sales, selling t-shirts, whatever the case may be. She's done tons of different fundraisers to raise money for the school and for the students. Every dollar that they make gets spent on the students for supplies or whatever it might be that they need at the school. A lot of parents have said that that was what helped them to get their students through the school year, because without her and her help, some of the parents in that community didn't have the money. And if you don't know, Far Rockaway is probably one of the more bad parts of Queens, where there's a lot of crime and a lot of people who live in poverty. So that community needs it a lot more than others might. So having her there for that help is like huge for some of the parents and the students. She's changed so many people's lives just by helping them buy school supplies. On top of that, she also has put in time with the students individually. So she told me a story when I was meeting with her about a student that she had who was like, he was okay academically, but she could just tell. She said that there was a lot of things that he was struggling with on a personal level at home. So she offered him to stay after school with her, or whenever it was a good time for him, to have her help him in whatever way he may need, if it's just talking or schoolwork, whatever it was. She said that he was very like resistant to the idea at first, but he eventually came around and he started coming to see her after school, whatever days, whenever he felt like he needed it, he would let her know, and she would stay with him. And she said as time went on, they would have conversations. She learned a little bit about what was going on with him. He just didn't have the best home life. He only really ate when he was at school, and all of these like issues that he was going through. So she stayed there and she worked them out with him. She went through whatever she needed to talk to him and get him back on his feet. And she said that by the end of the school year, his grades had went up, his attitude had changed. He started becoming involved in clubs and things. He was normally the quiet kid, so it was out of the ordinary for him. But she was like very grateful that she was able to be the one to make that change for that student. Although it was only one of the students out of the class, making a change in one person's life is still just as meaningful. She said that this was when she first started working, and years later, the student actually came back and told her that without her, he doesn't think he would be where he was today. He ended up changing a lot of things in his life because she told him to see the positive and to look forward and just see that the possibilities that you could have in your future. So all of these things that Lisa has done for her community, for her school, the students, even the parents have gotten help through her. I think that she's a really good change agent, and I was glad that I got to talk to her and got to meet her because she gives me hope for students in schools, because a lot of times teachers don't become a teacher for the right reason and they actually don't help the students, they make things worse for them. So to see someone who's inspiring and does all this positive change for the students in the community was actually really refreshing. So I'm glad that I got to meet her and speak with her and meet a positive change agent.